The topic is experiential learning and art integrated. Move the slides, sir.
बताइए
Experiential learning introduction. Experiential learning, also known as hands-on learning, values the experience of learning over what is learned, learners over teachers, and real world of life, and work over classroom learning. In the words of the Association for Experiential Education, educators purposefully engage with learners in direct experience and focused reflection in order to increase knowledge, develop skills, clarify values, and develop people's capacity to contribute to their communities. Mark the underlined words. Educators create opportunities for the sole purpose of learners experiencing directly learning happening to them. Experiential learning makes learners focus their attention on the process of learning and are responsible for what they learn and how much they learn. So this was the introduction about experiential learning. So please move to the next slide. NEP 2020 and experiential learning. NEP 2020 has asked to make a paradigm shift from what to learn to how to learn, from less content learning to more process learning, from rote learning to critical evaluation and creativity. It further said to make education more experiential, holistic, integrated, discovery oriented, learner centered, discussion based, flexible, and surely enjoyable. Cardinal principles in NEP 2020. The first one is conceptual understanding, no rote learning or learning for exam. Number 2, creative and critical thinking, encouraging decision making and innovation. Number 3, ethics, human and constitutional values. Number 5, regular formative assessment for learning. And the last one is life skills. YouTube video.
दिखाई सकते हैं 9 नहीं नेट नहीं है छोड़ दे स्किप करना है
David calls experiential learning model active experimentation, concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization. Next. Learning style. Learning styles are classified according to basic cognitive structure, though by no means it stated that learning style cannot be changed. Learning style is contingent apart from basic cognitive structure upon social environment, education, educational experience, etc. There are 4 distinct learning styles based on 4 stages of experiential learning cycle given earlier. The problem of real life demand knowledge from different disciplines and skills from different domains for their solution. Number 2, our brains do not separate facts into separate disciplines. Instead, it constantly makes connections between knowledge and uses pattern recognition to recall the knowledge. Number 3, National Education Policy 2020 asks for a paradigm shift in teaching learning situation in India. It strongly recommends teaching learning to move away from traditional teacher-centric monodisciplinary mode of modern education. Now, learning attributes. According to Paul, genuine learning experience requires the learner to have these 4 abilities. The first one is the learner must be willing to Number 2, the learner must be able to reflect on the experience. Number 3, the learner must possess and use analytical skills to conceptualize the experience. Number 4, the learner must possess decision making and problem solving skills in order to use the new ideas gained from the experience. There are some tools of experiential learning: conversation, role play, field trips, educational excursions, storytelling, writing journals, games, films. The first, conversation, handled creatively. This is one immersive experience for the learner. Speaking up helps students clarify and solidify their thoughts. Student conversation can elicit new ideas. It also helps build respect for others' opinions. Doing it properly is an intellectual challenge. Second है role play. It offers the most immersive experience. The learner puts his or her shoes in another's character. The learner reflects upon similarities and differences between him or herself and the role's character's response and his or her response in similar situations. It offers an excellent opportunity to transcend one's own time and situation, one's strengths and limitations. Third, field trips and educational excursions. It offers direct and unmediated learning experience, reading about animals and their behavior and getting to see them in zoo, the beauty of a monument and seeing it face to face, slums and visiting one in the neighborhood. Number 4, storytelling. The oldest tool known to man for teaching learning. It is a craft perfected through practice, adjusting one's reactions to the various stands of the narrative, making one's own meaning of the situation, plot and character through reflection and analysis helps build up vital cognitive skills. NEP 2020 explicitly asks it to be carried out in classroom. Number 5, writing journals. Quite effective for language classes. 2 types, personal and text related. Students find meaning in their own thoughts as well as in concepts learned in class. It enhances self-awareness and student interest. It promotes understanding and in-depth knowledge of scholastic concepts. Games, another tool for immersive learning and an excellent activity to develop CCT skills. NEP 2020 asks it to be extensively promoted and practiced. The industry is worth over $100 billion. Now, the next topic, methods of experiential learning. Another tool for immersive learning, an excellent activity to develop CCT skills. First is active learning. All participants in the group must engage actively in working together towards the stated objectives. Place-based learning. The process of using local community and environment as a starting point to teach concepts in language, arts, mathematics, social studies, science and other subjects across the curriculum. Third, problem-based learning provides a structure for discovery that helps students internalize learning and leads to greater comprehension. Number 4th method is project-based learning. An instructional method that uses project as a central focus of instruction in a variety of disciplines. Number 5, service learning. Providing meaningful service to a community agency or organization, simultaneously gaining new skills, knowledge and understanding as an integrated aspect of an academic program. Number 6, simulation-based learning. A combination of active, problem, project and play-based learning. Participants are placed in a simulated environment and given objectives requiring constant attention and care. Number 7. Vocation-based learning. Learning for an occupation or trade. NEP 2020 asks it to be extensively promoted and practiced. The industry is worth over $100 billion. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, the participants will be able to define experiential learning, describe the experiential learning process, identify the concept chapter that can be used for experiential learning, apply the experiential learning as a pedagogic tool in classroom transaction. Experiential learning cycle. Active experimentation, in which planning, trying out what you have learned. Number 2, concrete experience. In concrete experience, there are doing, having an experience. The third, reflective, observation, reviewing, reflecting on the experiences. Number 4, abstract conceptualization, concluding, learning from experience. Importance of experiential learning. So, following are the points which explains the importance of experiential learning in our teaching learning process. The first one is active use of own sense to construct learning, make connections between new concepts and existing ones, increases the effectiveness of learning, links theory to practice, increases participants' engagement, assist in memory retention, development of skills for lifelong learning. Experiential learning design. At the right side, you can see drawing, inferences, conceptualization, extended learning, and assessment. Are integrated. In the art integrated topic, at the end of the session, the participants will be able to list the need of art integrated learning, that is AIL, state the principle of AIL, describe the process of AIL in classroom, identify the concept chapter that can be taught using AIL, apply AIL as teaching pedagogy in classroom, and number 6, list the methods to assess students' progress. So the first main word of this topic is art. Art is an form, is an expression or application of human creativity, skill and imagination. Many of the arts are experienced visually but can also be audible or enjoyed through sensory touch. The major forms of art are painting, sculpture, architecture, literature, music, theatre, etc. Now, art integrated learning, a cross-curriculum approach to teaching learning which makes collaboration between teaching a subject with the teaching of art. Art integrated learning, learning through the arts and learning with the arts. In learning through the arts, participate in the art making, and in learning with the arts, make connections to the concept. Art integration and NEP 2020. Art must be integrated with the teaching and learning process of all academic subjects from class 1 to 12. effective experiential learning for connecting knowledge to life outside the school, ensuring that learning shifts away from rote methods and for enriching the curriculum so that it goes beyond textbooks.